HOA blocked my private road. They didn't know I'm a combat veteran with legal firepower. By the time the orange cones appeared across the lane leading to my house, my neighbors were already murmuring. I'd seen the HOA's notice nailed to the telephone pole that morning, a sheet of paper claiming easement violations and safety concerns. But seeing the physical barrier a plastic fortress meant to assert authority felt like a personal challenge I couldn't ignore. I walked out in my boots, the same ones that had carried me across sand and broken asphalt, and met the president of the association, clipboard in hand and an air of bureaucratic righteousness. Her smile didn't hide the fact that she believed a bylaw and a row of cones could rewrite ownership or history. I stayed calm. I was ready, measured. I told her plainly that the lane was my private road, my family had used it for generations, and we'd paid property taxes on the contiguous parcels. She flipped through the file she'd stapled together, each page a jagged attempt to turn a dispute into paperwork. I could have shouted or called in favors with the veterans on my phone, or laced my words with the force of combat memories, but I'd learned something overseas. The most effective tactics are the ones that change the map without firing a shot. So I asked for the legal basis, not threats, not bravado. She recited clauses. I listened, then said I would have my attorney review the documents and the county deeds, and that, if necessary, I would file for injunctive relief and damages for trespass and interference with access. The reaction surprised me. The president's confident posture faltered. It turned out she'd assumed I was an easy target because I keep my life private and don't attend every HOA meeting. I told her about the old deeds, the survey from the family, the photograph of my grandfather building the fence, and mentioned that after my last deployment, I had spent time studying property law to help other veterans untangle bureaucratic knots. That sentence, more than any uniform or medal, changed the tone of the encounter. Within a day, the cones were gone, and the association agreed to sit down with me and a mediator. Within a week, we had a temporary agreement keeping my access open while we worked out the paperwork. I didn't need to escalate. I used training, patience, and precise legal pressure to protect what was mine, and in the end, the neighborhood resumed its quiet rhythms, but with a new respect for the man who walked the private road with steady boots and a calm, unshakable resolve.